Not Your Lab. Welcome to my channel. I'm here with a new series called Not Your Lab, where we take a look at some of the most insane and unbelievable experiments that you should definitely not try at home. First up, we have these two screens that I found in an old electronics store. They were in a locked cage, but it turns out if you just talk to the guy behind the counter long enough, he'll eventually let you open it. These screens were way more radioactive than I expected. I got a 1,000 count per second reading on this one, and then on this other screen, it was over 2,000 counts per second. The craziest part is that they're both running at 60 frames per second. That means that every single frame of these videos is filled with radiation. I don't know what these screens are from, but they're definitely from a nuclear reactor. This experiment is insane. I'm just glad I got to experience it, and I can't wait to show you guys the rest of the series. Alright, next up we have a big metal box with a lock on it, and inside is a bunch of cesium chloride. Cesium chloride is a really interesting substance. Not only is it used in some of the most advanced medical imaging technologies, it's also used in nuclear reactors and nuclear weapons. You might be wondering why they keep cesium chloride in a big metal box. Well, cesium chloride is extremely reactive. It reacts with water to form cesium hydroxide, which is a very dangerous substance. Cesium hydroxide is so dangerous that it's classified as a corrosive liquid. It can cause severe burns on contact with skin. And if it gets into your eyes, it can even cause blindness. Cesium chloride is also highly toxic if ingested, and can cause death if large amounts are consumed. So why would anyone want to mess with this stuff? Well, it turns out cesium chloride is actually really fun to play with. When you put it into water, it makes this really cool blue solution. It's also really fun to do a flame test with cesium chloride. When you put it into a flame, it makes this really cool purple flame. But be careful because cesium chloride is so reactive that it can actually explode when you put it into a flame. If you put too much cesium chloride into a flame, it can cause the flame to become superheated and then it can cause an explosion. Next up, we have this weird-looking cage. It looks like something from a horror movie, but it's actually from a science museum. I thought it would be fun to bring a Geiger counter and see how much radiation is coming through the cage. Turns out there's actually a lot of radiation coming through this cage. It's so much radiation that my Geiger counter actually died. I couldn't believe it. I thought this thing was supposed to be able to detect radiation up to 1,000 rads per hour, but when I put it next to this cage, it just died. It's so crazy. I don't know what this cage is supposed to be for, but I don't think whatever it's for is supposed to be that radioactive. Last up, we have this big metal box with a weird-looking keyhole. I have no idea what this thing is, but it looks like something from a horror movie. Let's see if we can figure out what this thing is. So I started messing around with the keyhole, and it turns out if you push on it just right, it opens up. What the heck? Inside is a bunch of gears and springs. I have no idea what this thing is supposed to be for, but I don't think it's supposed to be that scary. So those were some of the most insane experiments that I've ever seen. Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to stay tuned for more videos.